Your thoughts are things. Your thoughts are a frequency. Your thoughts create everything around you. Look at everything around you right now. Look at your desk, look at your bed, look at the sheets, look at your blinds. Everything you see started with one thought. Somebody had to have that idea to make that bed, have that idea to create those curtains. It all started with one thought. And this is how you can change your life with just one thought. Just one thought of doing something better. One thought that makes you a little bit happier. Just one thought is all it takes to help you create a completely new reality for you, because thoughts, at the end of the day, are frequency. They're waves. It's pure potentiality until you put that thought into action. And thoughts, we have about 60,000 thoughts per day, which is crazy. And most of them are negative because that was our conditioning. And since a lot of our thoughts are negative, we believe our thoughts too much. And what I mean by how your thoughts create reality, it's not every thought. It's your emotionally involved thoughts. Because a thought is just a thought until you get emotionally involved with that thought. And then that is what gets you to create action. When you want to go towards that goal or go towards that thing that you want to accomplish with that thought. But it all starts with your thinking. And it's your thinking that produces like thought patterns, like circumstances, like people that are come into your life. Haven't you noticed when you are having a good day, something good happens to you, you found a 20 on the street, the rest of your day goes great because that's where your mind's at. That's where your thoughts are. You're like, oh, I found $20. This is awesome. Maybe you'll find another 50. And then you just get so optimistic over that one thought. And that's because you were emotionally involved in that thought. And a lot of our thoughts aren't our thoughts. They're other people's thoughts. They're the world around us that's molding us, their thoughts. So when you realize that most thoughts aren't even your own, now you're aware, and now you can change that. Until you're aware, you can't change. But once you're aware, you're like, holy shit, I can't believe this. I create my own reality. All I have to do is think better thoughts. It's just that simple. Think better thoughts. We watch so much news every day, and just life in general just slaps us across the face so many times. It's hard for us to get in that mindset because we're so used to getting hit down. But you'll keep getting hit down being in that mindset. Stop believing all the bullshit. Start focusing on what you want. What do you want to create for yourself? Think about it right now. I want you to think about what you want to accomplish in your life. How many times, even on a weekly basis, do you sit down and look at your goals or think about what you want? Because you will not get to where you want if you don't know what you want. So much of the time we focus on helping other people out, which is great, but sometimes we need time for ourselves to sit and reflect and be like, am I where I'm at now? Do I want to be here? Where do I want to go from here? How can I get there? And that's why so many people meditate. A lot of very wealthy people also meditate because when you have so much going on, your brain's just going crazy. You have to sit back and reflect and understand where your mind's at, because so much of the times we're living on autopilot. We're not thinking. Some people rather die than think, because sometimes you think about things you don't like to hear and you reflect, and That's why a lot of people use substances, or a lot of people are depressed. That's why you need to just really understand where you're at in life. And if you're not where you want to be, that's okay. Listen, it's fine to not be where you want to be. But don't look down on yourself all the time like that. Be good to yourself. Be grateful for where you're at. You're alive, you exist. Congrats. Be grateful for where you're at. And know that what you want will come. That's like a big thing with this manifesting stuff, is faith. It's just simple faith. It's like, okay, I want this. I believe I'll have it. But then I just let it go. And I'm like, okay, I know it'll happen. I have faith. I'm just going to focus on other things right now. I'm going to have a positive mindset still. I'm just going to focus on something else, because the reason why you don't want to focus too much is if you focus too much, then you'll get in your own way sometimes, because then you're focusing on it not being here. So when you're focusing on something, usually it's because it's the lack of it not being here. And then you want to figure out, well, how can I control the situation? Because all I know usually is just to put in action, but you have to put inspired action. That's the big part. If you're not doing inspired action, you're wasting time. You're better off putting yourself in a very positive state of mind and then taking the action, compared to taking the action first and not being in the right state of mind, because it doesn't matter how much action you put in. If you're not in the right state of mind, that action will be pointless. That's one of the best things too. You know, a lot of people don't realize what this stuff is. You gotta be inspired action. You gotta be in a good state of mind when you do your action. If you're in a bad state, don't go and try to change a lot of things, because it will only get thrown back in your face. So just try to be in a good state at all times. And of course, we're gonna have bad things happen once in a while. It happens. We're adults. It's just how fast you get back up from getting knocked down. That's all it's about. It's how fast can you move back up? How fast can you start kicking ass? How fast can you get to where you want to be? And it's also enjoying the process. You have to enjoy the process, because the entire reason of where we're going is to enjoy the process. Are the number one thing that really help you put that mindset together and put that mindset to where you want to be. And you want to be aware of that, of where you're at, where you want to go. And once you're aware of that, it'll be so much easier to get to where you want to be. But again, thoughts become things. Everything first started with a thought. And your heart has a frequency 100 times more powerful than your brain is. That intuition you get, that comes straight from the heart. And since it has a frequency 100 times more powerful than your brain does, that's what helps truly create. That's why love is creation. Love is creation. Because that is what helps you create. When you're inspired to do something, inspired action, that comes from your heart. Doesn't come from your brain, that comes from your heart. When you can feel that, that's the inspired action part of everything. And that's what really, truly creates reality, is when you have that thought, but then your heart gets involved. And that is the true secret to helping create this new reality for yourself. Thank you guys for watching my video. I want you guys to comment below love. If you're not subscribed already, I appreciate you guys subscribing. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.